friends, welcome to a video. We're doing some reactions. We're going to be checking out some old school commercials for the United States Army. We got one's actually an armed forces one, but the rest of them are Army ones, and we'll see just kind of if I remember any of them. Of course, the one I always really remember was one with the "Be All You Can Be" in the Army song that they kind of have, the "Be All That You Can Be." That's the one I always remembered. But we'll see if I recognize any of these other ones. If they're from the 80s, which I think all of these are, there wouldn't really be from my time frame of what I would probably remember. I'd be probably more likely to remember the ones from the 90s because I was pretty young in the 80s. So 90s would be more of what, you know, kind of maybe hooked me and made me think about joining the Army. And, you know, some of the Army commercials back then were pretty good. I mean, there's some nowadays that are pretty good, some that are really bad. But nonetheless, we're going to check these out and kind of see if you remember some of these. If you remember some of these, leave me some comments down below. If you want to see the full-on commercials without my commentary over them, I'll also put those down in the description box. But nonetheless, let's get into this first one, which is actually an armed forces one. So it's all branches, just trying to get people to join the U.S. military in general. So let's check this one out.
No experience, no job. I could do that job, but
this guy looks familiar. I don't think he's like a younger version of someone who's famous now, but he maybe resembles somebody. I don't know. This guy just looks familiar.
who would give me the chance?
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines.
We don't ask for experience. We give.
This totally has like that 80s vibe. That dun 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 dun. That theme. That's totally 80s right here.
You won't read it in a book. You live it.
You live it.
Service. A challenge.
What the hell MOS is this? Look at this. Let's go back. Look at these massive reels. The heck were these guys doing? It's nuts. That's old school right there.
Set yourself a
What? That computer. Holy crap. That keyboard is ginormous. Look how thick that thing is. It's a massive freaking keyboard. And then it looks like a reel over here. So maybe like back here, these reels actually have information on them for the computers. Because I wouldn't be surprised. Like this is the early 80s. This is kind of like how computers were back then. Computers were like these massive machines that, you know, were not for like surfing Facebook and, you know, browsing YouTube, or because YouTube didn't exist, Facebook didn't exist. But I mean, nonetheless, you know, you weren't doing any social networking, none of that stuff like that. You were doing like jobs and, you know, nothing for fun. You know, anything that was for fun was like these ridiculously boring games for back in the day of just texting stuff. But this computer is like old school as hell.
yourself apart.
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. What a great place. It's a great place to start.
That was great. It almost needed like a freeze frame at the end to be able to be like, to start, and have them like pause in the air. That would have made it like even better, I think, if they would have done it that way. That was great. All right, so this next one is an Army one, and the rest of these are Army ones. This one's a little bit longer of one, but this one is also an 80s Army commercial. So let's check this one out.
I'm from a town where things are as good as they come.
I feel like I remember this one.
Pictured in my mind, just as clear as the midday sun.
This one, I feel like I remember, which if it was from the 80s, I probably would remember it. But if they were still using it in the 90s, then maybe I would. But I think I wanted to say I remember this one, like something like with like My Hometown or something. This one seems familiar though.
Now I'm out here in the darkness,
That's gold.
and the rain is coming down.
I definitely remember this one. That song, when that kicked in right there, I could feel it. You know, it's just like fills you like motivation, and I don't know. It's like a cool, just like kind of blast from the past / motivational. I don't know.
Never was like this in my
Yeah,
hometown.
this is the one I was thinking of then.
My hometown. It's not like this,
Man,
but that's all right with me.
that's what they need to do. They need some like some of the there's a couple of Army commercials I've seen even current days that are pretty cool, but you need almost like this. It's like a good-hearted American feeling kind of song, you know, like Bruce Springsteen or something, you know, kind of a thing. And it kind of we need that in some of the modern day commercials. I feel like it would be good.
See, I'm out here from my hometown, 'cause freedom isn't free.
You know, this actually kind of reminds me of with that whole freedom isn't free is Team America World Police, right? You got that freedom isn't free, it costs $1.05. I really get that vibe from it. I wonder if the creators from Team America, like maybe they remember this commercial and they inspired it off of that. But I don't know. This is what I started thinking about was that whole freedom isn't free, costs $1.05 from the Team America World Police movie.
We walk through the wind, we move through the rain, we ride the sky.
Apaches. They have Apaches in the 80s? So it almost makes me feel like this commercial is actually from the 90s. I don't know, though. I'm not like an expert on like timelines and stuff like that. But I don't know. Maybe they were using Apaches in the 80s. I don't know.
To make this world a better place.
Airborne.
Ones we love. And freedom, oh freedom. I'm gladly pay the price.
Totally Team America World Police vibes.
'Cause you can't have your freedom without sacrifice. My hometown is not like
Dang. Did you see how much air that tank caught? I need to know from any of you 19 kilos out there, can a tank actually do that? I feel like you would be breaking track, messing up some road wheels, something. I don't feel like that's something you can actually do on a tank. You got to let me know down in the comment section down below.
But that's all right with me. See, I'm out here for my hometown. 'Cause freedom isn't free.
It's not free. Costs $1.05. Remember that. Freedom isn't free, guys. Costs $1.05. So hit that donation thing down below. Is it giving? Thanks, whatever. $1.05 will buy you your freedom. All right. All right, we got a pretty short one. This one's only a 30-second commercial, so a little bit smaller. It specifically says 1986 is when this commercial was from. Maybe it debuted. I don't know. So let's check out this 1986 Army commercial.
Alpha team, aggressor tank spotted.
See that first cav? Is that a first cav patch right there?
You need horsepower.
Look at that, the same one.
Firepower.
See that landing? That one is a little bit longer of a clip, but that's the same clip looked like.
People power. That's teamwork.
Teamwork.
This team uses a computer, thermal sight, laser rangefinder.
All that you can
We win, the whole tank wins. The whole team wins. Not just one person.
find your future in the army.
See, that's the song I remember. It was the be all that you can be. This one says, was it find your future in the army? I remember like several different versions of the be all you can be commercial. I don't know if I remember that one. I know that just the be all you can be in the army, right? Yeah, that one. There was another version I specifically remember where it was like be all that you can be, and then it goes get an edge on life in the army. I remember that one too. So there was a couple different versions I remember of that commercial, but it was good to see kind of a variant of that be all you can be commercial, because that's the ones I mainly remember was the be all you can be commercials. All right, one last one here. This is also another short 30-second one. So let's check out one last Army commercial here from the 80s.
This is the Army.
Is it?
It's being as good as any of the men.
Okay, helicopter pilots. I saw like people in flight suits and almost like on a Navy ship or something like that. I was like, this is the Air Force, the Navy, something like that. Okay, but yeah, I guess with pilots.
Is still being very much a woman.
Okay, so this one's obviously catering to getting women to join the Army. Gotcha.
It's learning a skill you're proud of. It's
Maybe.
being a soldier and being you.
Look at that old school. That's an old school helmet right there. That's definitely 80s kind of a thing. I didn't even have those. I think that was what they called the steel pot. I remember hearing about it. That was still before my time of the Army, but that's old school right there. Did chick have a bloody nose? Kind of looked like she had a bloody nose. What was she doing? Was she getting beat up before she was doing that? I think it's just the shadow. First glance looked like she had a bloody nose. Like, damn.
This is the Army. If you'd like to be part of it, call this number toll free.
Do you think that number still works? Can you still call it? Like if it's going to like connect you to like a recruiter or something like that? We're going to try it. I feel like we got to try that out.
This call may be recorded for quality assurance. We have a special promotion today for select callers. If you are over 50, please press 1 now.
But
if not, press 2.
it's too old to join the Army. Let's press 2. Not over 50.
Congratulations. Just for calling today, you have qualified to receive a free $25 gift card.
What?
In
Free
addition to a
$25 gift card?
$25 gift card, you'll also receive free roadside assistance.
But I want to join the Army.
Free roadside assistance entitles you to free towing,
But-
roadside assistance benefits, and much more.
But I want to
You'll
join the
get
U.S.
all of
Army.
These benefits absolutely free.
For joining the
and
Army?
you'll also save a guaranteed 50% on all your auto repairs when you participate in our auto savings program. To claim your $25 gift card, press 1 now. And hear
Would-
how you can receive free roadside assistance and save a guaranteed 50% on all your auto repair.
What do I press if I want to join the Army?
Again, to claim your free $25 gift card and save a guaranteed 50%.
No option to join the Army, I guess. So I still didn't get the one that I really liked, like from the full on "Be All You Can Be" in the Army song, and everything like that. But nonetheless, still a little bit of a trip back down memory lane from before I joined the Army. These commercials are all before I joined the Army. These aren't more commercials that were running when I was in the Army. Maybe in another video, maybe I should look up some of the ones that were in the early 2000s, the ones that were running the Army. That was around the time frame of the slogan of Army of One. They also then later went to the Army Strong one later on. But you had the Be All You Can Be when I first joined, but then pretty early in my Army career is when they switched to the Army of One commercials. So I need to probably find some of the Army of One commercials. Maybe we'll do another video and show you guys some of those commercials. But otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. I'll have the link to the full commercials down below. So if you want to check them out without my commentary over them, you just want to take it in for yourself, then check out the links down in the description box for social media, for those videos, for affiliate links, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you want to see maybe me reacting to an old school 80s basic training video, well, then you can check that out right here. I'll have it popped up on the screen. Thanks for watching. I'm Christopher Chaos, and I'll see you next time. See ya.